This week, we're also focusing on more of the congressional races, including the 7th District race here in Indianapolis, with incumbent Congressman Andre Carson seeking another term as Democrats seek to regain control of the House. What are you hearing from fellow House Democrats about your party's chances of retaking the Speaker's gavel this November?
Well, I'm confident. I want nothing more than to see a Speaker Hakeem Jeffries hold the gavel. There's been a lot of chatter amongst Democrats and those in my party about what the future looks like.
We're being shortchanged. This job could be leveraged so much more in local stuff and the community stuff, being out in the community. I mean, my platform is basically I am out in the community with the people.
Meantime, in the 8th District, it's an open seat with Mark Messmer and Eric Hurt running there in southwestern Indiana.
State Senator Messmer supports like mass deportation. What you will wind up creating in that situation is a circumstance where people will lose their lives.
We need immigrants, in our workplaces, in our workforce. But we've got to be able to control who's here. We've got to know who's here.
Immigration also a big issue in the 9th District, where we spoke with incumbent Republican Erin Houchin and her opponent Tim Peck about the overall race to control the House.
I think that Republicans deserve another chance to continue to govern, because look at what we could accomplish under another Trump administration if we can keep the majority. I do believe we'll win the Senate. I think we'll win the House on that day, and I think it's going to be a good day on Election Day.
The House, the predictions there for the House kind of show it could go either way. It could be very close in terms of control of the House. Immigration has been a big issue in Congress and in this race for president. Democrats in the Harris campaign have pointed to the bipartisan immigration bill that tried to come through Congress here over the past year or so, but ultimately got shot down. They say it was because of presidential politics, that the Trump campaign essentially told Republicans to vote against the bill. What's your reaction to that?
Well, President Trump certainly didn't tell me to vote against the bill. We didn't get any directive from President Trump on how we should vote on that bill. It failed in the Senate, and it failed because it was going to codify all of the bad policies that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris have brought to the southern border. It was codifying amnesty. It was codifying their asylum program that has failed. In the 9th District, what's your pitch to voters about why you feel you should be back in Congress for another term next year? Look, we've been fighting hard on behalf of this district in the state of Indiana. We're working on initiatives like putting parents in charge of education, helping to secure our southern border, not having sanctuary cities in our communities, public safety, and of course restoring a Trump economy by supporting the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act.
Why I'm running is because I also saw the government shut down and saw how detrimental that was to the patients that I was treating, and said, I would like to stop testifying before Congress, be on the other side of the dais, and start to bring people together so we'd never have that happen again. And my opponent, Erin Houchin, voted against the government and continuing, and then for it to shut down 3 times. And that's when I said, this is the opponent that I think is perfect for me to run against.
The old saying goes, all politics is local, but lately it's also seems to be very nationalized. Your opponent's been a vocal supporter of former President Trump. Where do you see this race nationally this year? How do you feel about the Harris-Walz ticket so far?
Yeah, and she has been a supporter. She's also in Georgia right now. She's not here in the district, which I think is a big mistake. We've asked her to debate many times, and she's refused publicly. And we're having a debate this week where she's just not going to come, but the Libertarian opponent will be. In terms of the race that we have right now, I think it's just highlighting the division that our leaders are trying to make us have. I don't think we're as divided as a nation as our leaders are saying.
All right, coming up next, we'll talk with our panel about the final debate with the candidates for governor and whether we could see a close race this year. Plus, we'll talk about the race for president and the impact here in Indiana. Straight ahead.
The future is on the line. National races with massive stakes. Local decisions that will change everything for Central Indiana. Fox 59 and CBS 4, your local election headquarters, bringing you the results as they happen with real-time updates, expert analysis, and unmatched coverage of the races that matter to you. This election could change everything. Don't miss a second. Election Night Live. Fox 59 and CBS 4.